Good morning, you guys. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hopefully, everyone's having a good Monday morning, good start of your week. I wanted to come on and talk about a few stories that are out here. I was trying to get this together last night, and it was going to be a late night chat, but I decided to go on and change it to morning chat. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on as per usual, right? I think the I'm just gonna start with the foolishness, with the food, la la. Because I'm just sitting over here puzzled. How could Boosie allow this person just to step into his son's life and tell him that this is his child? I do not understand the whole story. Um, but I thought the whole thing was just like, what? I'm still trying to figure it out. But he's claiming um, a young woman told his son, who's what, 17 years of age, 17, 18. Now he's the father of her child. Um, Now you trying to tell me the entire 9 months you did not try to spend time with this young woman to help her prepare for this baby? That way, or the baby shower, you would have known that she was or was not pregnant, right? At least that's what I would think. But I guess he's trying to say she came out of nowhere after she found out that the baby didn't belong to whoever she thought. I don't know what he's trying to say with all of this, but it was just funny to watch him react to finding out that it wasn't his son's child. And I still don't understand how he found that out either. But let me play you guys a little bit of what he posted on his social media page.
Just found out that ain't my son, baby. I'm not a grandpa. Oh, Lord, they done kidnapped somebody, baby, brought it down there like it's my grandchild. Oh, you're going down, baby. Oh, Lord. Oh, fucking right. I need everybody to come to the club tonight. I'm getting everybody free drinks. I ain't no fucking grandpa. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. They done made a movie about my son now. Oh, man. Oh, they going down. Oh, Lord. And where the company at who made the fake birth certificate, the fake test, to show me the fake test. Where's the company? I want your company. Who made the fake test and show me? I want your company, man. I want your company, man. You're making fake 99.9% tests. I want your company, bitch.
So yeah. So I don't know. He just went on and on because there's like several videos, and I was like, "What?" Just trying to follow the way he was telling the story. It was just comedy, uh, because he went on saying that the baby belongs to another couple, right? And he posts pictures of the actual couple. Yeah, I know how I'm like. I'm not. I don't like doing the whole baby exploiting thing. But anyway, he he posted real parents. I mean, allegedly, that's what he's saying anyway. And then he said that she told the son that the babies were a set of twins at one time. And then he he said, "I'm trying to figure out where the other twin at." It just had me on the floor. I'm like, something is really wrong with him. But he trying to figure out where the other twin is at. I'm like, yeah, we just got to do better with these DNA tests and requiring the DNA results before we start announcing babies. But the whole thing was funny. Um, I am Zoe. He also created a skit behind it because it was like he was calling up the people that follow his channel and start telling them about this whole episode. I don't know what to say about it. I just don't know what to say about him. But that's really bold if this girl really did that. And according to Boosie, he feels like the mother kind of cooked up the whole scheme, right? Um, she cooked up the whole scheme for her daughter to go to the son and say that a baby was his. Mind you, this is not the girl's baby at all. Okay, like I said, he shows pictures of the real parents, and he's saying that she borrowed somebody's baby, and told his son that that was his child and their child together. And then he's claiming that the girl produced a DNA test. So I guess the son caught himself taking it. I don't know. The story is wild. Okay. It is wild. So that was going on over the weekend. And then I guess this news, and I already talked about this. I'll just go into that. The whole Lori Harvey and Michael B. Smith, Michael B. Excuse me, Jordan, Michael B. Smith. Um, anyway, it was announced that they broke up, right? And there was no official statement from Lori or from Michael. I know he was at a basketball game. That video is out there, and she's at a friend's baby shower, and obviously there's no conversation about the other in the videos that have popped up. But Steve Harvey kind of came out and decided to talk about it on his morning show. I'll let you guys listen to it.
Oh, it's damaging. You gotta go. I wait way too late. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, sometimes people do grow apart. I'm gonna have to get away. I'm gonna have to start breaking up on IG because it's going to court. This awesome. We love you, Lori. Stupid. We're trying to make sure Lori's I gotta start learning from my children.
So yeah, so it sounds like he's confirming that they have broke up, right? He's saying, he's gonna have to start breaking up with people on IG. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's the joke that it kind of got put out there on IG. Obviously, they didn't break up on IG, but they didn't confirm the breakup either, right? So I don't know. I feel like he is confirming it by even making a joke about it. Um, but let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments. I don't know. Like I said, some people didn't believe they were a couple in the first place, and then some people are saying she was saying that she was not ready for commitment or to settle down because I guess they have been dating over a year. It feels like it's been um, over a year. I think there were some images of them on during some holidays and stuff. So yeah, probably over a year. Um, yeah, so everybody's kind of chiming in on this breakup and feeling like she's not the type to settle down. But like people said, these relationships may not even be real in the first place for us to even start assuming anything about her character. Um, as far as relationships are concerned. Because some people on Twitter were saying she actually has I don't know how true that is, that she actually has a real boyfriend and she is ready to, um, I guess maybe go public with that relationship. Maybe that's why she had to drop the whole Michael B. Jordan situation. I don't know. This is all allegedly. This is all Twitter talk. Maybe I should start a Twitter talk, right? Now somebody gonna steal my idea. But yeah, that's all Twitter talk. Like people are in comments saying certain things like that. I don't know how true that is. I don't see her with anyone else. I see her alone or with her friends for the most part. So, but let me know what you guys think about that story that's out here. Then Nene was on Twitter as well. She put up. Do I have the first tweet? I think I have the first one. Hopefully you guys can see that. But she was pretty much saying it's interesting how you can get into a situation when one network or one person at that network, and it will stop you from being able to work um, everywhere. And I was kind of just talking about that. We had this conversation, or we have this conversation all the time, even about the whole Monique situation. And it's kind of weird how this mainly happens to Black folk. That's why I'm saying it's kind of weird when we see Black people doing this to each other, to me. But yeah, if Nene has an issue with Bravo, she's helped push Bravo to where they are, wherever they are. She is because of Nene, so let's call that what it is. Um, so the lack of appreciation for the work that she has done for them for what over 14 years, or somewhere in there, the the fact that people don't take that into consideration when wanting to hire her on other networks or hire her to do other things, it's kind of telling. It's kind of telling. And so that's why I said what I said in that other video, and I don't care who don't like what I say. People shouldn't even be looking at what Nene has going on with Andy or whoever at Bravo anyway, right? Because however, whatever her situation there, and the same thing for Monique. Whenever her situation is there, do not mean that it's going to go work out that way for everyone, right? And if your loyalty is to certain people, why? Why? What does that have to do with your network and your bottom line and you being able to push TV shows or movies or whatever, right? Or another reality show, whatever it is. Like, what does that have to do with your relationship with Andy or your relationship with Oprah or whoever, Tyler Perry or whoever, right? Your friendships off your job should have come into your job, as far as I'm concerned, in the first place. I guess that's the type of stuff that go on in the industry. So she said that, and people started saying certain things to her in her comments, asking her about why she wasn't a part of. Because I said that myself. I think I posted the picture in my community tab when Carlos King, and I believe he's on OWN Network now, and with his nightcap, and he invited all of the women from the first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Deshawn Snow and Lisa Wu, Sheree Whitfield, and Kim Zolciak, who were all a part of that first season, and Nene, but Nene is not there. And so I don't know if it's a situation where OWN did not want to invite her, or if she was invited and she just could not do it because of her schedule or because of something else. I don't know. But I find it weird that she wasn't there because she was a part of that first season, and it was in fact her who kind of pushed that show over. And that's what I'm saying. So the lack of respect for people who do the work, right? It's that part for me. There should definitely be a level of respect that's placed on these actors and whoever, you know. Um, that is not there, and it's not okay that people are allowed to do stuff like that to me. But then what can you do about it? Because is their network, is their money, is their um I guess platforms to treat however they want to treat them. But is it right? No, I don't think it is. You guys can let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I don't think that's right. I think that people should be respected for what they bring to you, right? That's just how I feel about it. Like I said, she is a part of making Bravo. What they are, whatever it is that they are, and they should give her that level of respect and not go around telling people not to work with her or whatever. I don't really know what her relationship is with Carlos King, because I know he was one of the producers for Real Housewives. I don't know if he was there in the very, very beginning, but I know at some point he was a part of that franchise. And to my understanding, he had issues as well, even though I think he didn't kind of denies that. Obviously, you don't want that reputation, but I don't know if that has anything to do with him not inviting Nene. I don't know during the episode if he says why. I haven't watched it yet, or if it. I don't even know if it's aired yet. Um, but I don't know if he's going to mention Nene and why she's not there. You know, but of course he should. So yeah, she's kind of bringing that up, and it kind of takes the attention off of that whole situation with the boyfriend, right? The boyfriend's ex-wife or wife or whatever the situation is. It kind of takes the attention off of that by her putting it back on Bravo and the fact that she's not getting, I guess, work, right? Because we have not seen her on any other reality shows or any, she was on some sitcoms, right, before as well, or any of these other game shows or whatever you choose to call them, reality shows. I mean, we don't see her on anything else. She was on Broadway, so maybe she's just run through everything that was possible anyway. I don't know. I don't really know how that works. And like, that old saying, it's not that much work for black actresses anyway, right? And that is could be that as well. Um, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about what she had to say in the comments. And I think that she went into, well, I don't think I know. She went into the comments at the Shade Room as well. Um, she said, one thing about me, I don't tell lies. I just keep it real too much. And she's learning the hard way. Yeah, it's like I said, honey, they don't act like these people want you there in the first place. It's just not a lot of work for black people. And they had out that whole thing where they would have the one black friend, and then the black friend never had a black wife or a black husband. And it kind of then eliminates you needing black actors, right? When you decide you want to tell all these other stories and make that the focus, then you find a way to eliminate hiring black people, right? um, and when I lived in, I'm not even gonna go into my whatever. I'm just gonna say a lot of people had this conversation for a long time, for a lot of years. How you started to see them do that one black friend situation on these TV shows. And even when you got the blackish and the mixish, nobody's black, nobody got a black family, so that's going to eliminate you hiring black people, right? And I understand these people are here and they have a right to their stories as well, but that's not the only story that needs to get told. That's not the black story anyway. And I'm not saying anything that stats do not back up, because there are stats that back this up. These people do not live in our communities. Even though they will have one black parent or whatever, they tend not to live in the black community. They are not they're not in our churches. They're not in the places where you would see our stories play out. And so that's not the black story. So that takes over and eliminates people being able to tell our stories, which is then going to take from people being able to get hired, right? I don't care who don't like what I say. Like I said, I'm not saying these people's stories don't have a right to be told. I'm just saying, don't let that make people think that that's still the black, equality going on there, because it's not. If nobody's black is working there, that means that money is not coming into our community. Therefore, nobody black is working. So I said what I said, and I don't really care who don't like it. That is what that is. Um, and so you mess with people's minds with all of that stuff, and then people feel like that they're seeing black folks, and they're not. They're not seeing people get hurt. And so it could be it's probably it's just a combination of a lot of things. And I guess that's why they said that's why you don't say anything. You sit there and you kind of tap dance as hard as you can. Um, uh, 90 Day Network had me tickled last night because they were speaking of tap dancing. They were playing that interview from Steve Harvey when Steve Harvey had his talk show, and he was sitting there with Monique, and he told her, and he was pretty much saying what I'm saying, like, this is the money game out here. Like, you just do what you gotta do to get what you gotta get, and you let these people say and do it how they gonna say and do it, right? And he was kind of like, confirming what I'm saying by even saying any of that stuff, right? And they were playing that clip last night on their channel. And I just thought that was funny. Because yeah, it is that, like, they do have to be, they're still in 2022. Black people are still walking on eggshells for jobs, right? You still have to, stroke people and let them talk to you any kind of way, treat you any kind of way. If you speak up, then now you're the problem. Monique speaking up about, you know, pay equality. Now she the problem. If what she said is not true, then yeah, she would be a problem. But what she's saying is true. So she's not the problem. The problem is the fact that what she's saying is true, and that people don't want to pay people what they're worth. In particular, when you are a person of color. And so now you want to make her the problem. Like Malcolm X said, be careful how you let people make you think that you're the oppressor, when they're the one doing the oppressing, and that's just, it just don't get any realer than that, right? And so now you're gonna make it to where, well, if you speak up and say anything about what's really going on, then we're gonna blackball you, and we're gonna make sure that you don't get any work, and we're gonna make sure that no one can hear you and see you, because we're gonna put our foot on the necks of these black folks that we do have in here who enjoy their life. If they want to continue to do it, then they better not let you in. They better not say anything. They better not stand behind you. And because, like I said, all them people from that Def Comedy Jam era, none of them got behind Monique. None of them stood behind her. But the minute they start passing out more money, all their asses will line up to get it. Okay, and so it's always that part. But I don't know. I just think that, like Monique said, Nene is probably going to do the same thing. Just let the time go by and wait it out. And, probably things will come around when certain people get in position who just don't care what people think, right? Who's not, tap dancing because they get to sit on a yacht and show off on social media that they sit on yachts, right? That they're there to really make a difference, not just for themselves, because that's what Steve Harvey was saying. It ain't about these people, it's about me. And if I need to make sure I'm eating, I don't care who else is not. That's pretty much what he was saying, and 90 Day Network just played the clip last night, so y'all can go over there and watch their video, because that was kind of funny, because he kept playing that part when, some of the stuff, and then Steve Harvey will come back out here and deny that he said all these things, but the audio is out here that you said these things. And I don't, you can try to twist and turn it however you want to twist and turn it, but that's pretty much what he's saying. I'm not looking out for nobody. I need to be sitting on these yachts, right? And that's it, and that's all. So, anyway, so I'm gonna go right into Monique, because Monique is still out here, and well, DL Hughley as well. They both still got stuff to say. DL never went live like he said he was, but his daughter, of course, she was saying that's her sister, so of course she's gonna stick up for her sister. That's kind of what she posted. Because Monique then went and she posted a statement to the daughter as well, stating that she would love to sit down with DL and the daughter and talk about it on his show, right? And people were kind of calling her out about that, like, no, that's not what the daughter said. The daughter said if you want to come into her house and meet her. She didn't say anything about you going on DL's show. Um, but Monique was saying, she's willing to sit down and talk about the situation. Um, I don't know. DL, of course, posted in his stories that he feel like some people just don't know how to take accountability for the things that they do. Um, and so, yeah, they're still at it. I don't know. I feel like maybe because he had those shows, he was just trying to focus on that. I know he has a podcast as well. So he will probably address whatever, if he decides to address it, on his podcast. Um, and I know Monique was in an interview with somebody on Facebook show yesterday as well, but I haven't seen any clips of that as of yet. So I don't know what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure the conversation is still going. It's still ongoing. So I don't know. Like I said, it would be nice if somebody that was cool with both of them would kind of talk to them and kind of get them to just calm it down. The other story that was out here, which was really kind of sad to me, was this young guy. Well, he was 34, still very young. Rapper Trouble, who was out of Atlanta, was sitting in his car. Well, no, because at first they were saying he was sitting in the car, but then the news, the media came forward, the sheriffs, I should say, out of whatever county she was in. I forget now. I don't know if it was Rockdale or not, but she came forward and she was saying that he was actually in the girl's apartment. Um, and they're looking for this guy, Jamichael Jones, who actually went into the apartment. And I don't know if he had a key or if he had some door or window unlocked, where he knew that he can get back in, to the girl's apartment, or if he just forced his way in. I don't know. But he went in and shot him while he was in the girl's apartment, and they have not identified her. So people were wondering if it was a setup. You know, people got to be careful. And it was just interesting to me because he had posted this video about women. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, they just changed his, somebody just changed his account to private. So that's interesting. I don't think I have the video. Do I have the video? Wow, they just changed his account to private. But he was saying in the video, do I have it? Because I downloaded some stuff and but you know, my this is not playing, it's not doing, it's not acting right, I think, when I play videos. So that's why I haven't been posting any videos on here. But he was no, it's not him. Oh wow. So yeah, they just closed up his, but he was saying, pretty much, long story short, he was saying that you women, y'all be y'all have all these, y'all still be holding on to these dudes. That's what he said in the video. And I thought that was interesting that he was saying that. He's saying, you know, he was saying, y'all think that we don't know what y'all doing, but we know because we have partners, you know, friends, um, you know, in different places, and y'all just don't know that we have these friends. And so he was like, I know y'all still, y'all be holding on to two or three of them guys that y'all from y'all past. And so I just thought that was interesting that he had said that. And I don't know if he was saying that, directing that to this young lady who he was with or not. But I thought that was interesting. 2 or 3 days ago, he said that. Um, so maybe he knew something was going on between her and his ex-boyfriend, Jamichael. You know, and that's so crazy. Like, I don't even understand how people's minds work in relationships like that when they do stuff like that, because you're going to go to jail. You're never going to be with this woman again now that you have taken somebody's life over, you know. And there is no, I hate when people say it's the, no, it's not the principle. There is no principle in that. Because if the woman is, if she moving around, she moving around. That should let you know to move on, right? And vice versa. If he's moving around, that should let you know to move on. Like, there is no reason for you to go and take nobody's life or put hits on people. It's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. It's so senseless, right? And all these people are young. Even the Jermichael guy is 33. You know, I don't know how old the young lady is, but it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Just the thought of something like that, that you would mess your whole life up, um, just over getting emotional behind somebody. Because if she don't want to be with you, she don't want to be with you. You taking this person's life is not going to change that fact. And why? How does that help you? I just don't get it. I don't get when people do stuff like that at all. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. It's like when the lady, and she went in and shot the guy, but he was married anyway. Remember, I think I was talking about that video, that story, not too long ago. Like, the man was married to a whole nother woman. She was mad because he was cheating on her, but he had a whole wife as well. So I mean, it's just don't, it don't make sense. And but they're saying that the guy is still out there, so I don't know. I would imagine the young woman is probably under some type of supervision, because he could come back and try to harm her. I'm pretty sure she don't live in that apartment anymore. But yeah, that it's just it's senseless. It just don't make sense. But I thought that was interesting that he was just saying that. So he may have been talking about that situation. Because he had just posted that. And then the other story, the whole Young Thug situation, once again, um, this whole conversation about lyrics came up, and they're trying to say that Young Thug in some lyrics was speaking about an incident where YFN Lucci's mother was shot at. Now, I guess the lady really was shot at. This is how they're making this connection, or why they're trying to make this connection. However, when you listen to the song, you do not hear him say anything about YFN Lucci at all. And who's to say if Young Thug only has issues with YFN Lucci? Maybe he has issues with somebody else as well. Like, so how do you know that he's talking about that situation? But anyway, the guy was saying that. Do I have that? The lawyer was saying that I'm trying to find the video, you guys.
Mr. Williams got into a beef, if you will, with another rapper by the name of YFN Lucci. At some point, Lucci's mother was shot at, and the song Bad Boy that says, you better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
So yeah, they're saying that was directed at YFN Lucci because his mother was actually shot at. Um, and so is it a coincidence, or is it art imitating life? And like I said, I don't even understand why people would put that in a song. I just don't get that. Like, somebody gonna have to explain that to me from this generation, because that is some Willie Lunchmeat style stuff that you would do something like that and then put it in lyrics. Like, people won't make that connection. I don't know, but he's not saying YFN Lucci's name in the song, so I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, because that could have been a coincidence. It could have been something that inspired him to go and say that in the song, even though he didn't have nothing to do with it, right? Like, it could. So, but like I said, it's really lunch meat for people to do stuff like that. I don't care who get mad at what I say. That's not cool to even think that it's okay for you to talk about real life incidents in songs, and that think that you're not going to be held accountable for or responsible for these things if these people are thinking that it had something to do with that. And if YFN Lucci and his mother feel that way, then that's going to get investigated. Right. And like I said, this is the same stuff that came up in Miami as well, or Florida. I don't know if it was Miami, but it was somewhere in Florida with some of the rappers out there, how they were talking about things that really happened in real life. Um, I don't get it. Somebody from this generation gonna have to explain that one to me, because people should have better stuff to do with their time. They really should. And then the other little boy out here, um, and it was another man as well. I think it's two guys, but this little boy is 18, calling the sheriff in Atlanta and threatening him and his family if they don't release the people from YSL. Now, people know these computers, these IPs, these computers, these phones, any type of electronic thing, whatever you use, a computer, laptop, tablet, all this stuff can be traced. So I don't know why y'all out here on that one. I don't get it. But anyway, the little boy was arrested, and they are trying to charge him with like 20 charges of terroristic threats towards the sheriff, and the sheriff said he's not playing with people like y'all, because he's saying that he's getting several threats towards him and his family, and he's not going to take that lightly. And then people need to also remember, when y'all messing with law enforcement like that, when y'all get put in these jail cells, there's no cameras, there's nobody coming to save you. Okay, there are cameras, but these people know where the cameras are not. And they have that whole thing where they get favors for favors from other prisoners. Okay, they get favors for favors, and it's not a good idea. If you're 18 or under, listen to your auntie. It's not a good idea. Okay, because they can harm you when you get in there, and nothing's gonna happen to him. Okay. Nobody's gonna make that connection. They're gonna say it was the prisoner, and that prisoner could already be doing life. So people need to be smart about the stuff that y'all claiming y'all so street. Okay, but y'all really, really, really understand how these streets work. I'm sorry. I think that the pretending and wanting to be this and wanting to be that, all of that stuff needs to stop. And people need to stop encouraging that type of behavior with these kids. And this is a clear sign of that right here. Because you clearly don't know what happens when people get in those prisons and in these jails. Otherwise, you wouldn't be out here doing the stuff that you're doing if you really understood that. And that's all I'm saying with that. Let me know what you guys think about all these stories in the comments. And, I don't know. Like, who is it? I think it's YFN Lucci's lawyer saying that the case against Young Thug and Gunner it's not he was out here. It's all over Twitter. I don't forget the man's name, but it's on TMZ as well. He's saying that he doesn't feel like the state have a solid case against them. But both of them have been held without bond until January, which could change because they could request again, for a bond hearing, to my understanding. So, somewhere some months go on, they may try to do it again, and maybe the judge will allow them bond or whatever. But when you have all these stories and these people making threats to stuff, that's y'all not helping them either. Let me put that out there too. You guys are not helping them by calling these people, threatening these people. Because these people are not scared of you. Like I said, you don't even want to get behind none of them walls and see how it's going to really go. Okay. These people are not concerned about you threatening them like that, because like I said, if you're on these phones and on these tablets and computers, they can trace that stuff, and so they know where you are. And the person, if you're not on the person's gonna give you up, because they're not gonna go to jail for you, so they're gonna give you up if you're on their stuff doing stuff like that. So I don't know. And I don't see how people think that's helping them. You calling the jails and calling the sheriff department and all these people threatening them. I don't get it at all. But, we need to do better with encouraging our children to do some productive stuff in life while they are young. Don't waste 30 years in jail and then come out and have to try to catch up to life. People anybody encouraging these kids to do all this nonsense, hell is waiting. Hell is waiting for you. Okay. I'm not God, but come on now. We can't be out here leading these kids into stuff like that. It's not okay at all. You should be telling them the truth. Like, that stuff is not going to work the way you think it is. And it makes no sense to call that man threatening him and his wife or his family. Even if you can do whatever it is that you're saying that you will do, it's just not a good idea, because that's not helping them. It's not going to get them bailed out anytime soon, and they're not going in front of a judge until next year. So you're not helping them. But let me know what you guys think about all these cases. Oh, I know the other. Well, I'll come back and I'll talk about because I don't think I put that Tasha K video in my description. So I'll come back and talk about Tasha K and the Von Ray situation in a different video. But let me know what you guys think about all these stories. And what do you think about this DL and Monique situation? Do you think it will ever end? How do you feel about the trouble situation? They just turned his Instagram to private. But yeah, that video was on there where he was saying that he knows that these girls be stay holding on to these guys, even though they claim they're no longer with them. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these stories in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.